3 years ago, I showed you guys how I traveled to Honduras and I finally connected with my sister and I seen my mother graves for the first time in my life and how I connected with my mom's side of my family. Now, 3 years later, I'm traveling to Guatemala to do the same thing just with my father, to meet my father's side of my family and to also see my father's grave and see where he once came from. And you guys are gonna come on this journey with me.
Loco cuando mueves así tu vida y le dije, ven mami a la pista, que movimiento mami eres mi favorita y le dije da la mano.
Took my whole shot. Rolled for 5.5 hours. When I thought these people was lying about this trip, well, at least the ride to our destination, I was not ready. I was not prepared. If you thought I was joking, I was not. Just got off of I think that was like 5.5 hour ride to a destination where we have to take a boat to go to where I'm from in Guatemala. And alright, after that crazy boat ride, y'all, finally here. I can't really see a lot, but we here, we made it. Walking into the Abuga, where my father's side of my family comes from. Abuga, Livingston. This is day one of Livingston. This is my family's house right here behind me. I'm starting the vlog today. I got here yesterday and went straight to partying with my cousins. We was outside almost all night, just partying till like about 4 a.m. And now today is my second day here, I guess. Yesterday was the first day. Today is my second day in Abuga, Livingston, and I guess I'm about to just go see my father's grave today, possibly, in his house. But just look at the site. Everything over here is a sight to see.
My first official day, I went to visit my dad's house, where he built this house long before I was even born as a hotel. And seeing it for the first time in my life was bittersweet. It was sweet because I always wanted to see it, and it was kind of bitter because of how abandoned it was and how much work the house actually needed. But I was just so excited to actually walk in the place where my father actually once stood. It was actually overwhelming at the same time also, and just to see how much and how ambitious my father was, it made me feel good inside. Hopefully in the near future, me and my brothers could probably fix up this house and make it into our own. It's definitely a great house and one that's not going to go to waste. He built it, and we're going to make sure we do something with it. But it was great to see it for the first time.
Yeah, baby. And he painted that too on the wall. That was always there. That's fire.
They just gotta, like I said, everything gonna get. They gotta renew it,
Yeah. When I actually come to these countries, it's more than just a vacation. It's actually for me to get a sense of my parents. I don't really speak about it, but it does bother me sometimes. Like, I didn't grow up with a father. I didn't get to know my father. He actually had died when I was about 2.5 years old. So I really don't have no memory of him. And then also with my mom, she died when I was 13. So I didn't have my parents my life. So when I actually come on these vacations and I see where they came from and the place where they grew up at, it's just, I think it's like a good feeling. Now being here in Guatemala where my father probably once walked where I'm walking at now, it's just, I can't describe the feeling that I have when I came here, and also the same thing with my mom when I had traveled to Honduras. The best street side drink I ever picked up. Okay. Really adapted to this place. Second day and I'm already acting like I know where I'm walking. For me, I remembered it by restaurant names. Like every restaurant or place I go to, I just remember the name, and I just sort of, in my head, I just place it where it's at. So like my cousin, he told me to meet him by this restaurant we was eating at yesterday, and I know exactly how to get there. And I know exactly where it's at just because the name, I remember the name of it. The way the mind works. Great. I just went out to lunch. Well, I actually just went out to breakfast with my cousins. Now I'm about to just chill, walk around, and see what's going on. I gotta buy it. I can go to Jeffrey so she can do my shit. And the fruits is frozen. That's fire.
That's cheap for all of this. Because in New York, we get something this big. $20.
Day 2 was actually a good day. I went out to eat at least 3 times. And I got to know one of my first cousins out here that was raised in La Buga. And we went out to eat, we talked, we got to know each other, and that was cool. I'm getting ready because tonight is supposed to be a big party. So I'm about to go home, change, get ready to show you what's going to happen tonight.
Had to do the outfit switch. They out of there.
Today, and we are going to Rio Dulce. We are going to Rio Dulce.
The punta dance can be performed by a man or a woman, and actually there was a time where the punta dance was only a dance performed at a funeral only by men, but as time went on, we started using the dance to celebrate happiness, joy, and our culture. And now, anytime I see somebody dance punta, I can't help myself but feel joyful with them. It's a dance using your feet and your hips, vibing to the rhythm of the drums, the beat, the sound, having fun with whoever you're dancing with, challenging each other, or just going along with each other.
There's probably an entrance on the other side.
We made it.
Makes sense. That's better.
Rio Dulce.
Change.
Oh, that's wavy.
Oh, your shoes. My slippers, dude. Should I leave those? Leave it. Yo. Yeah.
I see.
What you're doing, let me introduce something fully to you. You see me, boss recover ready for me. I'm about to put it down.
I think sometimes I do get a little overwhelmed when I go to these places. It's just because I do think to myself, like, what if my dad was here, or what if my mom was here?
Well, not having my parents around only affected my childhood. It did not affect me as a person, and that does not define me. I'm actually glad I have a parent that came from a place like this. I'm actually glad that I have a parent that is Garifuna, and I'm glad that throughout my life, no matter what, I never lost sight of that. And honestly, like I told you guys, I didn't know my father. He passed away. My father had passed away when I was 2.5 years old, so I have no memory of him whatsoever. But what I do know about him is that he was very ambitious, and he had dreams. And I feel like I actually connect to my father in a lot of ways because my dreams was always to see where my parents come from, and I made that happen by myself. In the near future, I want to keep my father's legacies going. He had a house that's sort of abandoned now, but his plan for his house was to make it into a hotel. It actually was a working hotel, and he had a dentist behind his house for certain people that couldn't, I guess, afford the regular dentist out here way back in their time. And my father was one of the first people to have a hotel and a dentist in his hotel. Speaks a lot about the man, and I don't even know him. I don't think I would ever, not be able to see somebody but know so much about them. So when it comes to my father, I'm just grateful he left this place for me, a second place that I can call home. For the most part, I've been spending my days drinking beer and trying a lot of street food for the night.
Really on the beach right now because it's really about to.
You got a lemon, limon? Hey, prima! Gracias, primo. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, I need you, love you, I get it, baby. No matter what I do, hey, it's you. Time during the day or at night, you head to the beach, and it's always a sight. It's always a party scene. Sell ice, sell everything. That's how they make it happen out here. They buy it, customers.
One time.
For the most part, this trip has been the best experience. I got to meet a lot of my family from my father's side. I got to meet a lot of my father's sisters, my aunts, whom I never met. For the most of my life, I only knew one of my father's sisters, which was my Tia Olga, who's been in my life ever since I could remember. But I actually got to know more of my father's sisters. I did not record most of them because some of my father's sisters are sick, and it's just some things you show, some things you don't show, and I want to just keep it to myself. But I do got this one aunt, my aunt Yayozi, and she is very healthy and welcomed me to Guatemala and as her nephew and embraced me. So I will show y'all her. But my father. For my last day, I'm gonna go see my father's grave for the first time in my life.
Well, there you have it. I told you guys things I never even had the courage to open up about. But I know my parents are looking down at me proud. My advice to you is to go for anything you believe in and don't think twice.